Hey everyone, it's Try with Rye here. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to quickly talk about my post-secondary experience. As you all know, I went into post-secondary for computer science, and during my previous video, I noticed that a lot of you have been asking me to share my side of my story about my program. So I'm just gonna quickly share my story and just let me know what you guys think. So let's be real here. Ever since I was young, I've always dreamed of being in the medical field. So I always wanted to become a nurse or a dentist or a doctor, literally anything that can help the lives of others. I always wanted to work at a hospital and just save lives. That was always like my main passion growing up when I was young. And when it came to high school, grade 11 and 12 was the time where, you're supposed to choose the actual field where you want to be in, and you have to apply to college and university. Grade 11, I took all the sciences and maths, and I literally I forced myself into studying the sciences and maths, mainly because that was the prerequisite in order to get accepted into college or university. So overall, I did okay in grade 11. I managed to pass all my classes and everything. I ended up doing well, but not very, very well, to the point where I was, just like all those other people getting high 90s, 95 averages. But I just set that to a side and I was like, I'm just gonna focus on myself. My main goal was to actually go into nursing. That was like my number one passion. I was like, by the end of high school, when I graduate, I have to go into nursing. Like, this is it. Like, this is what I want. So moving on, when grade 12 came, that's when things got real. Everything just got so complicated. All I remember was chemistry was a big no-no to me. Okay, so grade 11 chemistry wasn't too bad, but then when grade 12 came, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I struggled so much, and it was just crazy. I managed to just pass chemistry, and then bio, I didn't do so bad, and then the maths, it was kind of okay, but overall, I really struggled, and I decided to apply to both college and university because I didn't think that within my grades, I didn't think that I would get accepted anywhere. And that was that. I realized that I talked to some of my friends, and literally everyone applied to nursing, and all the people who I asked, their grades were literally high 90s, and mine was just average. So I thought, I don't think I'm ever gonna get a chance. A lot of people had early acceptances and all that stuff. I never got any early acceptances, and I was just so worried. I came to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna leave nursing aside. Nursing will be my main choice, but I never had a second choice. So I was, I went to all the university fairs and all the college. When it came to the acceptances, I actually got an acceptance to nursing the very last minute, and also for dentistry as well, mainly because my grades for the sciences weren't high at all. I know a lot of college and universities were looking for a high 80 or 90, and my grades were literally just average. And it was a big competition too, so it really worried me. But honestly, the first acceptance that I received was computer science. I was this is blessed, I got accepted to a school, and at least I know where I'm gonna go after high school, because I thought that, based on my grades, I didn't think that I'd go anywhere. And computer science, I was okay, cool. I think all you do is build apps, websites, and all that stuff. What could possibly go wrong? I don't even know what coding is, but we'll see how it goes. At the end of grade 12, I decided to go into computer science. The main reason why I did not choose nursing or dentistry or any healthcare was because I realized that if I'm struggling within like the sciences now, which was grade 12, I was like, what makes me think that I'm gonna succeed and do super well in post-secondary? So it was just like an on and off thing towards myself. And like, yes, I was able to like take grade 13 and, you know, work my way up and, you know, continue studying with chemistry, bio, physics, and all that stuff, and just become better within the sciences if, you know, nursing was like my main choice. But I was like, you know what, like ever since I was young, I've always struggled in the sciences. And I was like, you know what, like I really don't think nursing is right for me. So there I decided to accept computer science. Honestly, coming into the program, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even like prepare myself or anything. After all that thinking within all the sciences and all that stuff, like yes, it sort of felt like a slap in the face where, you know, like I've always dreamed of becoming a nurse and, you know, just helping the lives of others. But then I thought, like, if I'm struggling now, I really don't think that it's like the right decision in order to like move on. I was so excited to, you know, start something different. And like, I didn't even know like what computer science was. So I actually went into the open house. And when I came to the open house, I was like, oh, cool, like this is awesome. I met the coordinator and all that stuff. And I remember the first thing that the coordinator told us was, you don't have to have any programming experiences to be in this program. So I was like, okay, cool. Like this is blessed. Like he said that I didn't need like any computer science experiences. Like I'm coming like straight from high school. I wanted to go into healthcare. Computer science is completely different, but you know, he said that I don't need any computer science experiences. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I can survive. First year, first semester, first everything. And I remember just coming into class and it was literally like all guys. And I was like, what is this? Like, am I in the right class? Like, I don't get it. Like, where's the girls and everything, you know? Like, eventually there were 2 other girls in the program. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go make friends with them because, you know, I felt so intimidated in being in a program full of just mostly like guys. So I was like, this is just so weird and so unreal. Regarding the 2 girls who were in my program, let's just say that we tried to stay strong. So they eventually dropped out and I was literally left on my own. And I felt, you know, I felt so upset because, you know, like us girls, I really wanted us to like stay strong. And I was always the one who stayed positive. Like I was always the strong one. I was always the one motivating them to like stay and, you know, don't worry about these guys. And they're like, yeah, like don't worry, like, you know, we'll stay and all that stuff. And by the end of it, they just dropped out. Like, it is what it is. They eventually succeeded off to a different program, which I'm like really proud of. But regarding my situation, like I was just like so alone. And when most of the guys found out that the 2 other girls dropped out, they saw me as a target. They're like, okay, she's the last girl standing. I need to do something. And like, she really does not deserve to be in this program. Like, look at her, she's struggling. She doesn't know what she's doing. You know, I got people telling me to drop out on a daily basis. It was honestly like so bad. And it was really hard. I decided to isolate myself mainly because I didn't want to deal with any of these people. And I thought about dropping out for so long, but I was like, you know what, like I paid my money for this and I literally worked so hard in order to be where I wanted to be. And I thought about going back into nursing and I was like, you know what, if I were to go into nursing, like I just wasted like all that money in computer science. And you know, I would be broke, and like I didn't know what to do. And I thought about, you know, like, why didn't I just go into nursing in the first place? Honestly, by the end of the day, like, I know that giving up is never an option. Like, I'm not the type of person to just, you know, like, call it quits and just give up. So here I was, like, within my first year, like, I struggled so bad. Every time, like, I was struggling, I always made sure not to show it in front of the whole class. Like, I always, you know, tried to stay strong. I learned to just hold everything in and then get home and just like cry it all out. Like, I am a very emotional and sensitive person, but at the end of the day, like, I have always came to school with a big smile on my face, and I was just like, yep, like, I understand what's going on. You know, I didn't want anyone to know that I struggled, mainly because there's just so many people who knew that I couldn't do it at all. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I honestly need to do something in order to motivate me to succeed and stay in this program. And trywithrye, like, that was like a name that sort of like clicked to me, and I was like, yeah, like, trywithrye, like, I want everyone to learn from me and my journey. I remember during that time, like, I just learned how to cook, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna be like a food blogger or something. I want to like post my recipes. I started my journey up on Instagram, but then I was like, during that time of like posting stuff on Instagram, I was like, I want to build a website on the side. Like, I was so excited, and there were times where I was like, what am I doing in my life? Like, I should have just like quit this stuff like a long time ago. And it was mainly because it was really hard for me to create a website, mainly because I wanted to like start from scratch. Like, I didn't want to like pull any templates online or anything. Having to start trywithrye, that was just like my main motivation. Like, I never thought I was like such a strong person. Like, I learned to gain more confidence in myself. Like, yes, starting my website was like really hard. And I'm telling you, like, coming from a person who never had any programming experiences, like, it was really rough for me. The opinions of others, like, I learned that honestly does not matter. Yes, it hurt me, but at the end of the day, you have to take action, and you have to realize that, are you gonna, you know, listen to the negativity of others, or are you gonna listen to like the positives of yourself as a person? Up in my first year, I literally, like, I cried myself to sleep almost like every single day, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I was like, you know what, no, like, I have to do this because, you know, this is what I want. I became really passionate about it. Once I learned how to actually code, I was like, okay, like, everything's clicking to me. Like, I know all the basics and all that stuff. I think I can manage, and like, I've gone so far. There's so many times where I failed classes, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get back up. I learned for sure that yes, emotions are just emotions, but they're temporary. You know, like, if I can like cry about, you know, like, oh no, like, I got a bad grade and all that stuff, like, I feel so dumb, I knew at the end of the day, there is a specific reason why these guys are telling me to drop out, why every day is such a hard day. At the end of it, like, I personally grew as a person. If you're just gonna sit around and, you know, do the same thing over and over again, and, you know, there's other things that you want to do in life, but you just think about it, or you just dream it, like, my message to you guys is, don't just dream it, like, make it happen. Like, trywithrye, like, that was my ultimate dream. And, you know, I'm still dreaming till this day. Like, I personally, like, I want to grow. Like, I want to, you know, have a better relationship with you all. I want to, you know, like, tell my story about others, and, you know, to motivate you all, help you guys. Honestly, like, that's basically what I've always wanted to do in life, is to help. There's so many things that I want to still do, and honestly, like, the whole YouTube thing itself, like I never thought that till this day, like I didn't know that I would actually start my own YouTube channel. That was honestly like my ultimate goal. And I was like, you know what, like I don't think I'm ever gonna do it. And like, look at me, like I learned to like step out of my comfort zone. And you know, like there's times where I've totally regret not taking the risk. Like honestly, like I wanted to start a YouTube channel for so long, but I kept holding myself back. Again, it's your life, and if you're not gonna, you know, change your life for the better, then like nothing is ever going to happen. Honestly, like the amount of people out there who are struggling within, you know, school, post-secondary, you know, their program and all that stuff, my message to you guys is to just stick to it. Honestly, like I know it's hard, but at the end of the day, you will get that piece of paper. All right, so that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, share, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification because you do not want to miss any of my videos. See you next time. Bye.